What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Hypocrisy, and as it's a dialogue between Matias and his higher self, I'll be referring to Matias as me and his higher self as I am. Me. In the moments that we begin to work our shadows, those things that make us uncomfortable, it is when our denied, hidden, not worked aspects come out the most, and therefore all our hypocrisy. I was thinking that the world of spirituality is probably one of the most hypocritical of today, because in the quest to be conscious, one dresses in hundreds of costumes to fit a spiritual parameter. Being accepted is almost a constant human condition that is transversal to spirituality as well. I am, because spirituality is a biological condition, not an extraterrestrial one. Everything that exists in matter arises by the law of attraction, in which polarity, positive and negative, seek to complement each other and attract each other to form a reality. In order to find balance, both must do what is necessary to combine, perhaps leaving something of themselves or adding something external that helps you look more attractive. Precisely. Thus, atoms change their electron charges to attract each other. Thus, chemicals are modified to generate reactions. Thus, life is transformed to adapt to the environment. The path of physical existence is a constant modification of the essence in order to attract what is necessary and thus survive and transcend. Living beings begin to imitate their environment, changing colors, shapes. Me, pretending to survive, I am, exactly. A chameleon changes colors to camouflage itself. A peacock spreads its tail, showing many eyes, to scare off its enemies or attract females. An owl appears to be a log, so as not to be seen. The insects are camouflaged with colors of their environment, such as the stick bug, the moth, the cuttlefish, the octopus, the leaf butterfly. Strong colors, such as black and red, will announce dangers, poison, such as the coral snake, and others will simply dress in the same colors to scare, pretending. Like the fake coral snake, nature discovered mimicry as a form of adaptation and survival. Appearing what one is not was key to the significance of many species. All animals camouflage themselves in nature. They all know how to imitate, and it's the key to their existence. Me. And the human is not exempt from it? I am. The only thing that humans have done differently is to become an intelligent animal. Human brain development has allowed it to camouflage itself in language, culture, personality, religion. The seed of all of this is summarized in the following: pretending what you are not to protect what you are. Me, that phrase is a great key to understanding it. Our being is so subtle that the universe has built millions of layers to protect it, like an onion. Each layer is harder and harder, protecting the previous one, like firm shields, all pretending strength to take care of the soft and weak. I am, in the animal and plant world, that soft and weak refers to the organs, the heart that allows them to remain alive. But when the human evolved towards the conceptual, the psyche, the soul, the deepest part of the being, became the softest, while the body protects its internal organs. Its mind is dedicated to protecting its interior, its soul and spirit. Everything is a threat to the biological body, and therefore it must defend itself. The evolutionary strategy took action through masking. Me. Masks that allow us to take action. I am that friend is hypocrisy. It comes from the Greek hypos, mask, and crises, action, which with its derivatives, kritis, gives us the word answer. Thus, hypocrisy is the ability to respond with masks. In a time when we seek the truth, hypocrisy becomes a falsehood, a lie, a disagree. However, it is the ability that has made you get here and be who you are. How you talk, how you dress, how you move, who you hang out with, what you do, what you talk about, how you live. The individual owes everything to the pack. In mammalian groups that have evolved in the form of herds, families function as clans. The clans generate traditions and regulations, and whoever disgraces the clan is banished. Thus, human individuals do their best to appear and fit, belong to the clan, honor it, so as not to be banished. With the advancement of society, this happens to different areas, such as groups of friends, school, university, jobs, social strata, and now networks, the media, fame. Me, we take things that are not our own and we make them our own, assimilating them, becoming them. I am. Just as when you eat, your intestines absorb nutrients from food, you absorb what is necessary from culture and the environment. You dress in others. Me, but even if the monkey dresses in silk, the monkey stays. I am. One way to sum it up, yes. The essence is always there, inside, waiting to emerge between the fructose layers of the fruit, like a seed, with the will to germinate. But the seed will have to break through the hard layers, the patterns that have been created over millennia, the structures that surround it. One of the greatest abilities of the human is his infinite capacity for creation. Everything you create, imagine, design is a new pattern that will become part of the clan and will end up disguising more and more the seeds of this family tree. The clan turns the fruit of action into something more important than the very seed that the fruit contains. Give results is the key to the clan, that what is done provides. This is how the culture of service and work is generated, of generating fruits for all. But one day, the seed will have to create its own tree. Me. So the patterns are tools, codes that we acquire to survive with the clan and within the clan. Whether family or not, all those patterns that we have been creating are useful. They are answers to problems. But instead of to use as simple answers and solutions, we decided to become them. And there we make the mistake. I am. It's like wanting to build a wooden house. You have nails and a hammer. The hammer is a pattern. when you can use to nail, which you can use to nail and join wood together. Human error is to consider yourself a hammer and drive the nails with your forehead, butting your head, dressing in something that you're not, becoming something just by being accepted is an animal point of view of survival. But don't get me wrong, it is very useful. Me, in what way is hypocrisy useful? I am. You are a hypocrite, for example. Me, I suppose, but in what? I am. You are not the same with your friends as with the people you talk to. Me, with my friends, I am very rough. A lot of black humor. We talk and play with many things that if you are not part of a friendship, they do not understand. That is normal. It happens to all of us. I am. Yes, but that is hypocrisy. You are one way with some and another with others. For example, when you drive, me, my mother and friends tell me that they're afraid to get into a car with me when I drive in countries like Peru, Bolivia, or Italy. But in England and other European countries, I'm too polite and I respect all signs. They also laugh because it depends on the country I'm in. I try to speak with the accent of the place. I am. This is all hypocrisy. When you channel or incorporate, you take the forms of others. All of this is a tool called hypocrisy. Me, when they call you a hypocrite, it sounds ugly. I am. By culture, they have turned hypocrisy into a bar of morality, because being a hypocrite defines people who hide the truth behind masks, such as thieves, the corrupt, the liars. Hypocrisy has become the negative definition, denying its positive position. It resigns. Hypocrisy is the ability to adapt to others, to appear to move easily through a different medium. Imitating an accent is a way of getting closer to the interlocutor. Interlocutor, hiding who you are so that he or she receives the message more easily in a deception, but a useful deception that benefits both if the goal is to share. As in attraction, you have to become attractive for a better reception and assimilation. Therein lies the capacity for invention, creativity, human decoration, art, beauty, literature, magic. Me, how do I recognize the positive and transcend the negative? I am. The negative arises from the need to deceive the other with their own benefits, to feel safe, obtain what they are looking for, manipulate. It is born of fear, of weakness, like those animals that appear to be larger than they are to scare. Bad hypocrisy arises from fear of one's own weakness, of ignorance of one's own essence. At first, you said that one of the hypocrisies that astonishes you the most is that of spirituality. And this is because whoever seeks spirituality usually seeks light, clarity, the brightness of the sun in the skies, where everything is harmonious. But the seat of the essence is in the center, behind the acid layers of the onion, in the shadows of the interior. When someone looks for the light, to be told that the only way to find it is through the darkness, the first thing they will do is deny that shadow. Well, there is where he does not want you to see what he has hidden. There are all the patterns he built. There is no work of consciousness in a light journey, since the cosmic seed does not float in the heavens. but inhabits the depth of the earth. Hell itself is the one that shows us the truth. Me. Apocalypse, what you said yesterday. Christians attribute the apocalypse to the Antichrist, to the demon, to the greatest hypocrite, the one who hides in the shadows and deceives souls. However, there are mixed messages there. If the final judgment is of God, and the context of that judgment is the apocalypse created by the devil, then God and the devil are the same, working for the same thing. And it is the devil who shows us God through revelation. I am, as I told you yesterday, the ancient texts do not speak of facts, but of psychological circumstances. When you seek the truth, you must face the shadows, and there you will draw the veil, reveal. There you will see the light that is God. The Apocalypse narrates the passage from ignorance to wisdom, from unconsciousness to consciousness, where the masks disappear. Me, turn off the masks. Time when everyone will reveal themselves as they are. The monster that we carry inside, we are all demons and angels. I am the fawn of low passions who plays with life, lives inside controlled by the mind that decides our purpose and guides us. But the fawn is the emotion that drives you to such a destination, denying the low passions, the inner shadow that you have hidden behind your mask of patterns and beliefs, will not get you very far. It is time to take off our masks. Me, to recognize that we are all hypocrites. I am, to discover the mark of the devil within us. The apocalypse will be produced by the Antichrist. Christ comes from Geristos, which means chosen, and anti comes from opposite, the other side of the one who has chosen. The code of the beast, of the animal, of matter, of the low passions, is linked to creation itself, the 666 code. Me, what does it mean? I am. Simple. Life is made up of carbon, specifically carbon 12, a chemical whose charges are 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. This pattern is the key to life and existence, and at its core lies the essence. 666 adds up to 18, the petals of the fruit of life. So in its center lies the seed. 666 is the code of the hypocrite, of the essential seed that dresses up with appearances. Me. So they're not evil or diabolical things. I am. The devil was invented in the Middle Ages, 1300 years ago, and carbon atoms were formed about 13 billion years ago. Me, a little bit of difference. I am. Revelation is the illumination of carbon that forms your bodies, what they call transfiguration, that transmutation of all patterns, the understanding of the logic of hypocrisy, and therefore the liberation of it, its concept and manipulation. For he who does it does not need to pretend, because he is free and does not fear death, knowing that he is eternal. Me, without fear then, I drop my masks, not to remove them, but to recognize them as the tools that have allowed me to be and survive. I am, and so you can look in the mirror without fear of what you will see inside yourself, because if you look more deeply, you will find the light of the seed, waiting to germinate. Me, what they have called the seed of evil, The Antichrist is nothing more than a Christian way of naming matter, material life as opposed to the light and kingdom of heaven. Well, if God is above, below can only be his opposite. I am. And when you remember that you are everything, you see yourself as Christ and Antichrist. You see the Holy Trinity or divine essence of love, wisdom, and will, wrapped in the 3666 of carbon 12. That is your physical body. You are both, and there the struggle does not exist. The only thing that exists is revelation. Me, apocalypse. I am. Take off the mask, draw the veil, and discover the truth.